In order to roll a Power Galactic roll...
Yes.
Wow, I'm glad I didn't say anything insensitive or obscene.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping I'd catch someone, but I didn't. And then, hi everyone, welcome to Lost Lore Academia. We are live players. I'm sorry for the stuff.
We've been doing some pre-spreadsheeting.
We just did pre-spreadsheeting, which honestly I think goes against the spirit of this game.
I was just too excited.
Because everyone we have a spreadsheet on stream. Now, this also raises a question, and I don't know, this may be too much for me to attempt to do right now, but we now have, this is the build sheet. And do I need to switch this to reflect who's on everyone's characters with what lore masters you all have? Do I need to do that?
I mean, can't
probably
tell who's what and where.
Yeah.
I have no clue
probably
what
the
I'm
longest
looking at,
one.
I'm gonna be
Well,
honest.
as I do that process, we are going to just quickly sort of go through this, and I'm going to say welcome to everyone. It's so good to have you all here. My name is Philip, and I am Long Lost Lore, and surrounding me,
You are Long Lost Lore?
that's what I am, and that's what the person in this game is called.
It goes. That's the equivalent of Palpatine going, "I am the Senate."
You know what? And quite frankly, I am the Senate.
He's been saying it for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
That I've noticed.
I've been saying it, I believe, since the first this game.
Senator Feinstein, is that you?
I am
the
Senate. All right, so I'm gonna ask you guys as we sort of prepare for today's game here. To tell me who you have on your sheet. So DJ3, could you tell me who is on your thing today?
Yep, got my girl Ellie Bog still.
Okay.
We're gonna pair her up with some jams from La Travadora.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Oof. You're gonna
got some good beats going on there.
Serious.
And then continue the good vibes with some Elbrand.
Whoa.
Yep. And then Jacket Girl and Pregig.
Wow.
Pregig taking the familiar spot from Ellibog, and Elbrand taking, or Jacket Girl taking
a free spot
one
for
of their,
Elbrand,
yeah,
or you can get them on for, so it's one. Perfect. Okay, Connor, who is on yours?
I have my OG day one Jumpin' Gianna.
Jumpin' Gianna, she's on.
I have Miss Got It.
She's got it.
She's got it. Why? You gotta have Miss Got It, because she's got it.
I am bringing along Wiki.
Wiki, hey now, Wiki.
And then I didn't want to get a little bit ahead of myself, but knowing that we did have a certain Justorian military agent intelligence agent ready to summon, I anticipated that we would smash that summon button.
I'm gonna tell you what, if you guys are should we just preemptively do this? This is the least exciting possible thing, because he's just a minor character, and I just found a guy in a suit, so.
Whoa.
Hey!
He looks like he's in Ravenclaw.
It's business time.
His business. Yeah, he's just trying to look real nondescript. Okay, so you got him on there?
Yep, that's it. Just 4, because I don't have any exciting bonuses going on, or cool things, or synergies.
Okay. But you have 2 lore masters.
Yeah.
All right, and then Callie, who do we have on yours?
We have the Umbral Queen, and then within her Shadow Elf slots, there's the Shadow Elf Agitator, Beth and Effa, and Shadow Elf of the Umbral Court.
Totally.
And then there's Duchess Contessa, Bailiff Bedelia, and in my free Kirby Dragon slot, I have Mandy the Mouth.
Understood.
Is that 7? Is that?
You do have one. You have
Yes.
7 characters. That's a lot, yeah. But that does add up.
Oh, that must be a nightmare.
There'd be so much power.
So
Unlimited power.
we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually,
5,
not very powerful.
6,
There's a lot going into like charm, and things
Don't
like
you
that.
get
But
1 power for each of them, plus the power for the die?
Wait, is it 1 power for each?
Yes,
they're in
because
course?
remember, they're all currently stationed in course
Oh, they need
court
to
as
add
far as
two
I know,
Yes,
more.
right?
and I would say at some point you guys might want to move people out of course court because some other benefits might be better than 1 power for specific characters. But for now, we're just saying that everybody's living in
Wiki.
course court. Like
Wiki's in her thing.
Wiki probably wants to live in her forge, but well, yeah,
Fine,
you might.
I will subtract 1. Fine, I will subtract 1 from my power. It's fine.
That's what you get.
Well, but if you do that,
What is it? What then does she give me?
I mean, this actually can helpful. Characters with the artisan tag can perform at double speed. So you can you're literally just like Lego movie, like bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah.
You build it, yeah.
Does that mean that I can bring a sword in or something?
Or like artisan cheese.
Or artisan cheese. Or you
I don't think Wiki's forging cheese.
Wiki's not, but you
This
could.
game is so centered around food in a way that makes me unhappy because I never have the food we talk about.
Oh, that is sad.
I need to have the thing. Are we missing a lore master? I think this is all the lore masters.
KJ, I will finally I will secure the final linchpins in wormhole technology just so I can break through the fabric of space-time, and at the end of a session send back to you 3 hours beforehand the information you need so you can have the appropriate food.
Man after my own heart. All right, I'm into this.
All right.
And all I want is a firm handshake.
Oh man, I wish that everyone
How scandalous.
everyone had been around for. There's an ongoing joke about shaking KJ's hand, and
Yeah.
it's a great joke. Well, okay, so thank you so much for jumping in here, just so that we can kind of we're now sort of, it seems that our characters have some plans for today and are sort of ready to go with some stuff. And we've done some pre-spreadsheeting, so we're kind of ready to jump in here and I'm sorry, I'm not even done with yours. You have so much more knowledge.
I have so much more knowledge, you guys.
Unlimited knowledge.
Unlimited knowledge.
I have Tatiana Temple, which I'm totally fine with, and
Yep.
it's gonna be great.
We
and
really could have,
everything's fine.
honestly, you could leave her behind if you don't want her there.
No. I want her there.
Okay.
I feel like Frankie would interpret leaving Tatiana Temple behind as like showing Tatiana Temple that she's like too weak to handle her.
Yes, which I am not.
Yeah, you have +5 to dread right now, by the way. So you can call up a lot of things about horrible things, which might be super useful for what's going on today. So, thank you all for bearing with me. Let's, I guess, go ahead and get into the game. Since no one was talking about anything filthy, we don't have to say any apologies when we went live. Basically, this game did something sort of interesting over the past week. The students got word from Medina that she had basically Medina had texted Frankie the Friday before last. The students were like, okay, this is weird. She sort of seemed perhaps that whatever story she told about leaving school was maybe not as accurate as sort of the professor had said. So after you guys had a very fun time putting together what are you gonna, I mean, I guess what we call it, like, what do you want to call, like, this park layout that you have for the place? Like, should we just refer to it as the block for now?
Block party.
It was created so they could have a block party, which they did wind up having. But is there a better term for that, or should we just call it the block? It's still happening.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, TBD.
TBD. All right, so
The block domain.
They managed to move all of the different floors from the elevator, aside from the purple dreamlands, into one sort of larger plane full of all the different places. They have beautiful sort of like section appropriate paving and landscaping and lighting. There are a lot of food carts. There are also there's a parking lot for Tree Ship. And there is a beautiful sky full of stars and nebulas.
How much inspiration would it cost to have signs just in the parking lot that's like Blue Wednesday and like
Blue Wednesday.
yeah.
Like green sexy AM FM radio alarm, etc. That kind of thing.
Yeah. How much?
to basically create. Well, what you're looking for is parking structures, and you could make some.
No, I just want the signs.
You just want signs of lots. That would not be incredibly expensive. You could spend a few hundred inspiration and have some parking lot signs. Yeah. Basically, as the students sort of engaged in all of that last week, they wound up like doing a great job of building this space for them to all go to. But then, over this past week, they decided to start looking into Medina's disappearance. First of all, they found out some of the stuff about her paperwork for her withdrawal not being sort of really above board. This led them to a roommate who Connor may or may not have seduced. As part,
I think seduce is a strong term.
I don't think it was clear how attractive she was. So
yeah, it was never clear how attractive she was.
Or how smooth his skills were. I don't know if we could say seduce successfully.
Yeah, exactly. The point is, whether or not... We'll phrase it like this.
Several roles.
There was an encounter.
Whether or not... Yes, he did speak. He exchanged words with her. Fluids, uncertain. I will say that he definitely told... Whatever happened... When he talked to Doug about it, he gave him a look like, oh yeah, I just talked to a roommate. Even if all he did was talk to her, he definitely said it.
Look, it's okay to insinuate things as long as you don't confirm things that are wholly untrue.
We talked all about it while going to the New Age
It's the implication.
No one here is saying you're a bad person. We just all know it's true.
Right, yeah.
So, upon this, you got this information, but you basically heard from her roommate that she had been looking at bus schedules heading up to various places up the coast, and kind of you specifically thought she was like looking pretty far north up to Maine, because Maine is where Stephen King books are set. Actually, it's just because it's the furthest up you can go. You guys spent another couple days of going to the bus stations. There might have been flat flyers drawn up. You did determine that she left for a bus for Portland, Maine, on February 10th, just a few days after you saw her, which is kind of when she put in the paperwork, so she was going. And people there indicated that she seemed like nervous or on edge, and her roommate sort of said the same in between whatever happened with her and Connor. But on the subsequent day, you guys came through in a major way and had a huge push to go to Maine, which means that we got over this weekend a trip to Maine, and it seems like all the students sort of went on that. If you did not want to go to Maine, you can sort of say, I wouldn't have gone now. It is totally fine not to have gone, but basically, this translates.
It's important for me to reiterate that Connor took the train and not the bus.
So basically, you guys went to the bus station, figured out which bus she was on. Everyone got on the bus, and he went and took a train, and
like a civilized person.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't know that Callie would have gotten on the bus either.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a party in Maine.
So basically,
We're missing
went
out.
to Maine.
No, I mean, I'm not saying she didn't go to Maine. I'm saying she probably didn't get on the bus. She probably went with Connor onto the train.
Whatever happened, you could say this weekend was the main event.
Okay. So as everyone rode up, whether they railed or whether they rode on a train. Hey,
sorry, no, rail happened when I hung out with.
That's what I was doing a different version of it. I said whether they railed or rode a train. That's how I said. That's what I was doing. One of those.
Sorry.
The group.
Sorry. Like Connor, I didn't let you finish.
Well, he's a college guy. He's gotta discover certain things. The group then made it to the general area of Bar Harbor, kind of specifically Winter Harbor. They started asking around people. They definitely remembered her coming through. They started asking around, kind of like suggested you should check out fry shops or motels. And sure enough, it's almost like Philip was like really giving clues of what to do. You learned two things. One, she was working at a fry shop. What was the name of the fry shop? Defrying Gravity. That's right. Now, Vonda last night said it should be called deep frying gravity, and I said, I think that would make the pun. Like, I get what she's saying, because it seems like deep frying gravity's right there, but I think defrying gravity demonstrates that.
Unless they were singing it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they assuredly were.
Deep frying gravity. Okay. You found out that Medina, and this was kind of surprising, I thought, personally, and perhaps you guys were not surprised, that Medina was working at that fry shop as a waitress, getting cash under the table for a couple of weeks.
Did we see her?
You did not see her, but you talked to one of her coworkers who said that I think somebody probably dropped her off at the Foggy Cove Motel a few weeks ago. So you went there and
Froggy or foggy?
Foggy.
Foggy.
And there is a pretty persistent fog coming over the sort of water there. Nobody, the last time anyone saw her was on Friday. That was the day that you got the text from her in the afternoon. It was mentioned. I know this was just in the stuff. I'm just sort of throwing this out there. It was mentioned that Friday was a particularly foggy night. Almost as if mist was just rolling over the water. The point is, they checked her room a couple of days later when, like, she hadn't come and paid and whatever. They found that the bed sheets were slightly rumpled, as if someone had been on top of the bed, not necessarily in the bed. So the bed sheets were all rumpled. Her suitcases were there, but her wallet, phone, and person were nowhere to be found. Other things that were notable there, which you guys did then investigate, was there was a book on the nightstand and a bunch of candles that had burned out. The book was called Quest, Lucid Dreaming and the Power of Intention.
Idiot.
The book had a price tag from a store called The Canticle Athenaeum, which they told is a New Age shop not too far from here. You guys said you looked through the book and visited that New Age shop. You'll never guess what happened at the New Age shop. They confirmed.
Smelled weird?
It did smell. I mean, weird or great. Incensey. Incense peppermints. Big can of Spam. Space Ghost, anyone? So basically, it seems that on Friday, the Friday then you spoke to her, she was in that shop, asking questions about lucid dreaming, about dream quests. Upon finding a book about lucid dreaming called Quest, she purchased it, and various candles that the person suggested she could take to direct her energy. She seemed, the shop owner said, in very, like, this kind of person way, she had, like, a real, like heavy aura. Her energy seemed very heavy.
Just like Connor's.
She left, yes.
Right, yeah, uh-huh.
But at that point, you guys had to return to school. There seemed to be no further sign of her, where she could have gone. But there's a lot of pieces to investigate. Yes?
Can I just ask Callie really quickly
Mm-hmm.
if she thinks that maybe Medina would have responded to me if I had replied on time?
I don't think that would have mattered because she's never responded to one of my texts. So the fact that you got a text is already.
It was my first time, and I was very excited once I saw it. But so you don't think it's a me thing?
No, because if it's a you thing, then it's also a me thing, and I can't deal with that right now.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny. In any case, you're back at school for a day. Today. It's this day, because today's actually Monday, because this game happens in real time. I gotta decide when spring break is from the school, by the way.
Ooh, next week.
Next week? Okay, good.
Spring break!
So, as you guys sort of spent a day just dealing with all your schoolwork or social things or dodging calls from Medina's old roommate, perhaps, clingy texts. The point is, you all had to, basically had to sort of get stuff done, but now you have regrouped at Hampstead Hall. And once again, a Gestorian military agent was quickly summoned. He just appeared and said, "Ma'am, where am I?"
Doug?
Doug.
Library.
Doug Library. Understood. No problem. It's just good to have situational awareness. You seem to be a very colorful character, ma'am. You too, sir. Ma'am. Sir. Sir. Ma'am. Wednesday says, Wednesday. Yes, ma'am.
She'll onboard you.
Understood.
Do you mean colorful? Like because you're black and white and we're in color? Do you mean colorful as in you've already assumed our personalities and think we're a wacky bunch?
What I mean, ma'am, is the former, ma'am. Military intelligence, you know. So he just kind of nods and then walks out with Wednesday.
Make sure to check out the block party.
The block party here at Doug Library. Understood, sir.
Yep.
And Wednesday says, "Come this way. We hear you're an intelligence officer." What? No, I'm just a regular businessman. I'm vase floor chandelier salesman. He sort of walks over and she puts him down to the elevator. She just turns and says, "More buns?"
No, never.
"Why don't you eat my buns?"
You're right. I'm sorry I said that. Just plain no.
They're delicious.
There, miss. Do you not want to eat food that we've prepared, miss?
That's right.
Why is that, miss?
Because what if I eat it and then later on down the line it was the wrong decision?
I fear that it would be very difficult to live your life, miss.
Thank you.
She just moves on. Mo says, "Yeah, so that was the only book this week. Seems like you guys were up to other things, huh?"
Yeah, a little preoccupied, tracking down.
Went to Maine. It was fun.
Oh, you got some lobster, huh? Whatever. I like Connecticut lobster rolls because I live here.
What's a Connecticut lobster roll?
Well, we do, and actually here's where I don't know, because I actually don't know the Maine style. I do know that I prefer Connecticut to the Massachusetts style, which is what was mainly where I was at the thing. But the Connecticut style is just butter.
Oh.
Those Connecticut.
Like a butter sandwich.
Basically, like butter and lobster pieces. It's like melted butter sauce with the lobster and all this. It's just as opposed to the more mayo-based one that you usually found in Mass. Yeah. So
look, I mean, like Mo can be wrong, but that's okay.
Well, personally, I think Mo's right in this instance, but he's wrong about a lot of stuff. So, as you all sort of have gathered here, Wednesday says, "We're prepared for whatever you want to do this week. I heard some talk of you were going to be bringing all of the lore masters with you. Is that right?"
Yeah.
Well,
Did we succeed in getting all of them?
you have one lore master from every domain.
Oh.
Mandy the Mouth was the last one. So yeah, you guys are in great shape. You have all the lore masters.
No, I mean in our heads. Are our sheets? Did we get all of them?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I believe
Okay.
you have them all.
Okay.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
got 'em all.
2.
So, are you going to go to? Are you going to check out the block party? Are you going to stop at the block party first? Or you're going straight to the purple place?
I mean, I guess I just want to make sure it's not on fire.
Understood. So, as you guys head over to the elevator, ride
Can we-
down. Go ahead. Doug.
Can we leave from our little place to the purple place?
You know,
Or do we still have to use the elevator?
There was some talk of trying to do that, and I think you have not yet worked that out, but Krigig basically suggested it was, that's maybe a, like, unlock level 15, kind of thing, and then you'll be able to
Ooh,
do
we
that.
should do that in case of fire near the elevator.
You have to have a stairs. You have to have an alternative.
Mm.
So, as you all head down, the doors open, And you do see that the block is as you left it. You see the ice rink where Longevous Mods is just there, radiating.
See, you like it, don't you?
Is he skating or is he just like
just
sitting on
chilling, just literally and figuratively chilling on it. Sort of behind it, you see sort of the bad dragon, and various other, the Wiki's Forge and the shop, and you see Course Court straight ahead, the cosmos swirling above, various characters. You do actually notice that at one of the nearest food stalls is the, we'll say that it is the Shadow Elf of the Umbral Court. And she is there. And she says, "Hello.
Hello.
I have this food stall up and running.
What is it?
Here is where we serve something called churros."
What?
Horse?
She holds up a sign. It's a churros. Churros.
Churros.
Bless you.
I'll take 3.
Oh,
Yes. She sort of dips and she pulls out some churros that look like if someone was given like a manual book of how to make it but had never seen a churros before. This is what it would sort of look like. She puts it, like she then wraps it in paper like long ways around, and hands you the bundle of 3.
I'll try one.
Is it? These are.
Did you want more cinnamon and sugar? She holds up 2 separate little shakers.
I just want to smell it.
Smell wise, actually, go ahead and make a smell roll. It's in your vitality. Yeah.
I'm gonna try one.
You can try one. They're you don't have to make a taste roll. They're fine. Someone who'd ever had a churro might be like, so what they're really supposed to be like.
2 sevens.
2 sevens. It smells pretty good. You can tell that it's a little off. She didn't nail it.
Oh, okay.
But, so she's just there and says, "There's a lot of instructions for these. I hope that you enjoy this fascinating cuisine unknown to elf kind."
If she's gonna go in my head later.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that I can like access a memory of a churro and show it to her so that she knows what it's supposed to look like, or would I have to like bring her a cookbook of churros?
I would say that you could probably convey it to her pretty easily when you were in her mind. And,
all right, I'm not worried by this then.
And honestly, saying a few things, you could probably even her next batch, just with you guys saying, right. So you actually want them to be like, they're supposed to be like one long thing, not like this kind of, because she seemed to be like doing some artwork, so they're like different sizes and
it's
shapes.
like British Bake Off, where they don't know what it looks like, but they're trying to make it.
It is just like British Bake Off. And
Yeah.
Technical challenge.
Technical.
Yeah. It's a showstopper. They're like just like little soldiers.
I mean, these churros are stopping the show right now.
Yeah. Literally. But everything seems to be okay here. The usual stuff is going on. Rawlings is talking to the lore masters. Mercy is hiding behind trees watching him. How it usually goes. You hear splashing and giggles in the distance. Somewhere a hot tub is full of people doing what hot tub people do. But everything. So basically, Callie, things look okay here, and it looks like some of the minor characters are like manning various stalls and things to sort of handle stuff. Also, this guy walks up to you.
That's right.
But
Hello.
hi. What, Duck?
I'd say anything. I think he wants to talk to you.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, Actually, I have to go consult a prophecy. Never mind. Come back to me. And he just walked away.
Okay.
Oh, that was a good chat.
Yeah. Next time.
But in any case, everything seems fine here. People seem happy. The characters seem to like the space. You do notice the flying around on her jetpack. The Astromancer is just kind of like, proclaiming things about the galactic nature of whatever. It's all great.
Nope. To the purple place.
Cool. You guys sort of head back over to the elevators. You sort of change your minds about who you'll be sort of bringing as opposed to your typical cruise. And you go in with these lineups here. Notice that Callie has so many people.
So many people.
Mrs. Goddard is so short back there. So there we go. So with a lot of characters, most of them lore masters. You guys get into the elevator. You sort of you feel them entering your minds. So much is going on. I may cut some degree of our typical shtick, and simply say that I'll give each one of you some kind of Connor, in your mind, you sort of hear, all right, this is great. And Jeff was like, here we go. Time to do it. I'm so ready to shed some blood. Then a voice goes, well, this is incredibly irregular. I mean, normal for just a normal guy like me. If this is normal, then it's normal. If this is unusual, then I'm very surprised by it. I'm not a cop. And then and then Wiki says, so there's a new one in here. Okay. Interesting. Callie, your mind is...
No, it's a mess in there. You don't have to.
Is Duchess. It's basically just Duchess laughing at everything. Because in your mind it says, if it please the court mind, if the bailiff of this would like all voices within, such as, and for example, nolo contendere, please the court, such as to be, that maybe we can all take turns when talking, as it were, such as what it is, the honorable, I guess, Umbral Queen presiding. And the Umbral Queen says, I am presiding, that is accurate. Thank you for your deference. And in fact, Bandy the Mouth goes, guys, you know what I learned? And before, I just need to tell everybody in this brain that I tell all the voices nearby just echo with everything. You have a rather shocking number of Here Be Dragons characters in your head right now.
Yeah.
You have 4 of them.
Yeah.
You have all of them but Eldo.
Oh, you left it behind.
There's no more room in my head, okay?
There's no room in the end for Eldo.
We are full up there.
Yeah, real full up. In Doug's mind... Doug, your mind is pretty... Yours is not... Yours is pretty darn... You just hear Elbrand going, well, this is just really neat, you guys. I'm really excited to be brought on one of these. I know not everybody gets the opportunity. This is going to be fun. Let's just have a real time. You know what I mean? The Trovadora says, oh, believe me, we'll be having such a time. This is going to be very interesting. You know what? Anytime I get to spend with you is interesting time. Oh, you flatter me. Jacket Girl goes, God, if you were 60 years older. And then...
He's a droid, right? So theoretically, he could be very old and just look young.
She doesn't know that.
Oh, okay.
That's full-on jacket repellent. Also, jacket is a term for her. Okay, so, and then, in your mind... Okay, your mind has a lot going on. So you have Tatiana doing the, oh, wonderful, back into this place to do more of this nonsense. Who did you bring along today? Anybody want a cup of tea, my dearies? I know that we don't have bodies, but it doesn't mean we can't have tea. And Walker says, I can serve the tea, Mom, if you'd like. Oh, that would be lovely, my fellow staff member Walker. Even though you're a ghost, doesn't mean we can't be a good host. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. She's becoming more and more Mrs. Doubtfire as time goes on. Rawling says, "Oh, how fascinating! So many lore masters all together. We can communicate so quickly to each other. And I feel that Walker, between the two of us, we just know so much about dread. It's so exciting. But forget." Dread may have power, but it is nothing compared to the power galactic. Tatiana sighs. And with that, the doors open. And you guys find yourselves here in the Purple Place, looking over at Watchtower Town, which seems to be a fair bit larger than last time. There are now numerous...
Like, what, a month and a half since we were here?
Yes, it has been 6 weeks. To the point that you guys probably could have calculated this ahead of time. It's Uba Day again. So, it is 6 weeks. So yeah, you guys can, it's a lot more permanent structures have been built. The largest of which, beyond the Watchtower itself, is that there does seem to be like a racing coliseum sort of on the far side. And it's like a, 5-minute walk to get down there.
I think the first thing we should do is check in with Uba and see about that log that we had them set up.
Understood. So as you guys head down, you notice that there are a few non-purple individuals here and there. Kind of like in the stalls who sort of see you all, and most of them just kind of wearing whatever robes and kind of spot you guys and are like kind of doing stuff, and many of them are sort of like walking away. If you guys head to the thing, a couple of dreamlings will sort of walk over and say, "Excuse us, all travelers must check in here at the Watchtower. We will escort you unless you already have a travel day pass."
No, take us there. We're the ones who set this up, so we'd love to talk to Uba.
Oh, you're the ones who set this up. You're the travelers, the masters of the pages?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Then you can do whatever you want. And the dreamling just sort of nods and walks away, but kind of is looking over the shoulder at you as they sort of go through the crowd.
I just want to quickly, glance. Is all forms of entertainment gambling?
Ooh, a good question. Make a detect vibe roll. That's under your will. The green column.
Have we, in fact, created a wretched hive of scum and villainy?
Oh, that would be so cool.
All right. So I got a 6 and a 4. Gives only 2 die, but I do have a lore die, so I'm changing. I'm changing the 6 to a 4, so it's 2 4s.
Fair enough. With 2 4s, you pretty quickly, sort of like looking around, you pretty quickly get the vibe that, there are other things going on here, but there is a healthy amount of things like gambling. So it is not a total den of iniquity, but it seems to, it's Branson, Missouri, not Vegas. Does that mean anything to you?
This show me something.
Absolutely fucking not.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it means a lot to me.
It means a lot to me.
We gotta get it more Vegas.
So it literally, yeah, you all understood what that, okay, fine. Yeah, so it's, nope, I don't have one for you, KJ. I don't have a good analogy. The answer is, it has some gambling, but it is not exclusively.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's plenty of it. So, like, if somebody said, "Oh, Watchtower Town, where all the gambling is," you wouldn't be like, "No," but you'd be like, "Well, not only." Yeah.
Gonna have to teach them about some craps and some blackjack.
No, they're doing fine.
So you guys head over to the Watchtower in the center of town. And Uba is actually already coming down. She is wearing a much more sort of intense looking, like, purple, hat to designate that she's the captain today. And she just comes and says, "Oh, welcome. We're all here. It's so good to see you all again. It's been a long time. We kind of were thinking maybe you weren't sort of coming back."
No, I'm sorry for leaving you guys for so long. How's everything been?
It's good. Your business is booming, and we have your we weren't really sure about your taxation rates. So with there's a rather modest sort of she sort of gestures and
30%.
30%.
No, I'll list off something that seems reasonable for like a historical town like this.
Well, we need some representation.
They're sort of looking very like she says percent. It's more just a she kind of gestures and one of the things says basically they hand you a sack which is like your cut of kind of inspiration after everyone here's been paid and like all other stuff is up in town.
Perfect.
Which is approximately like 650 inspiration.
Yes, I will be putting those signs up. Thank you.
Well, yeah. And she said, obviously, a lot of it was going into sort of some buildings and stuff, and we've had to hire many more dreamlings, but and there have been many travelers. Did you want to look at the log? It's getting kind of long.
Yeah, that would be great.
Most
Thank
definitely.
you.
Okay, so she sort of brings you into the watchtower to one of like the rooms in there. There's a lot of dreamlings around working, but sort of you come over to this log that has a sort of it's a rather how should I describe this? It's kind of like a weird mismatch. You see a lot of different hands have gone into it. With the obscene analyze skills that I think both Connor and Callie have at this moment. And honestly, probably you, because Tatiana Temple's in your head. It's like
My analyze skills are actually unchanged from.
that's just you as a person.
It's still high, but I mean, it's not like.
I just have a 5.
Oh, okay. Well then, and this one I think your analyze is two study die plus 2 lore die. So basically, as you guys sort of look this all over, there's a clear sense that many hands have played with this. Sometimes it seems like they were getting travelers to sign their own name. Others times it seems like they were just describing the traveler who came through. But if somebody would like to do an analyze roll, Callie, maybe you can attempt that.
Yeah. Three ones and 2 2s.
3 1s and 2 2s. Pretty good.
Are there any fake names like?
I'll say with 3 1s, it's not so much the people are giving fake names, it's just some of them were giving no names, and they seem to actually be indicating situations in which they like sometimes they would just have to describe when somebody wouldn't answer for them. A name that is early but has not been here for a few weeks is Kimmy, who is your friend you spoke with, or friend you spoke with last time, kind of the ranger archer type. There are a few other names that appear with some frequency. And you even see that, like, there's a couple who are marked as, like, permanently residing here as of now. There's a couple of travelers who've kind of been hanging out here. But
Like in a home, or there's they're staying at a hotel?
At the inn or at a home, yeah. There's a couple who've been here for a couple of weeks. Or, sorry, for like 4 weeks in the week time, because there's the 3-day week here. Which, that takes some getting used to as well. But you do notice towards the end, Callie, that something a bit more serious shows up about your week ago. There is a name listed there that is, it simply says actually, how would they have done this? I'm sorry. I'm going to flip a coin on this one. Hold on. Even though that. Okay. You see something that is like underlined double. And it is basically described as A-M, which we'll just say that they're using your alphabet, because whatever, it's fine. We're dreamlings, who cares? But it's AM sort of underlined with some kind of like designation. That was here about a week ago. And there seems to be some special note written about like contacting this individual.
What was the note?
Uba says, "Oh, ooh, yes, you had a master mage visit."
Oh.
Oh.
What? Well, tell us more about that person, please.
Of course. It was a master mage. Well, she was very sort of she was very regal and curious, and she was very scary, but she actually was very nice. But she was just very curious about all of you.
What was her name?
Oh, well, she asked us many questions about you, and then she said that we should probably refer to her as Amaterasu.
Okay.
What color was her hair?
Oh. She was wearing a hat.
That covered her whole head.
No, but I saw the hat.
Was it a nice hat?
Now, Callie, it seems to me that if you, KJ, know who that is, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to make a roll. Do you know who that is? Because of...
Okay,
I should
so
just assume
do you remember why? Yeah, you remember why Callie is interested in what she's interested in?
I'm actually not sure that I do in this moment.
Because when we created this character, I had just finished God of War Ragnarok. Okay, so the only reason I know Amaterasu is from a different fucking video game. So I don't know how accurate that video game was.
So in other words, your knowledge of this, but so we will say that Callie is familiar with Amaterasu from like Japanese mythology.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So.
It's a very beautiful wolf.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's how I picture you.
What game was she from?
Okami.
There you go. Here's my number. Okami, baby. So, she sort of says, yes, we were meant to contact her when you all came back.
How does one contact a master mage of that caliber?
You guys see sort of like a weird, like, bright flare of light out of one of the windows. And Uba says, oh, like that.
What was that?
Did you just contact? Did you already? Was that it?
Someone must have seen that you were here and contacted the master mage.
How long until she gets here?
I don't know. You see another flash of bright light outside.
Oh no, that's probably
maybe in the future
I think
we wait to call people until we say so.
Can I get a paper bag?
Well, but she is a master mage.
And we are the masters of pages.
Oh, that's true. Oh dear.
Yeah.
There's a god.
There's
a god coming.
There's
a god coming.
Can I give Callie a paper bag from my sack that has stuff?
Make a luck roll. Oh, we didn't have you guys roll for luck today. So first roll roll 4d8. Everybody roll 4d8.
2 8s.
2. Perfect. Match.
Thank God.
So roll all of these again. Way to go.
3 4s.
3
2
4s.
6s and 2 4s.
Whoa. Okay.
Wow.
So in that case, friends, you have 4. You have 4. Callie, you have 4. Doug, you have 5.
Oh,
So I'm
darn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're unchanged from last week because you're so it's always 3 plus. Yeah.
No, my base was but before that I was still 4.
Sorry, it's the base is so every week we're gonna roll 4d8, and so if you get no matches you have 3. If you get 1 match, if you have a second degree match it's 4, a third degree match it's 5, etc., etc.
Yeah, but no, before we started doing this, my number was 4 to begin with. I'm saying I'm unchanged ever.
Oh, understood. You just got a third degree success, so you definitely have multiple paperbacks to hand her. You guys don't have.
Here's all the paper bags.
You don't have to go to Mrs. Got It because she would have got it, but she's got it. You got it, yeah. So basically, as that happens, and then you hear like a voice calling up from below. Hi, hello, hey. Are these the?
I head downstairs.
Hi there, hey.
No.
There is this just very normal looking woman. She is interestingly wearing overalls and a very floral shirt and she does have like a big kind of like hat on her head, like a sun hat or something. Her hair does seem pretty blonde underneath it. Just going, hi, hello, hey there.
Hey,
Hello.
how's it going? Who are you?
I think you might know me as Amaterasu. I'm one of the master mages. So just wanted to check in with everybody here about what should we go sit down somewhere?
I think that'd be great.
Great. Okay. So do you guys want to stay here in the watchtower? You want to go to the inn? Where do you want to go?
Head to the inn.
Okay.
Can
So
I
you guys go ahead, Doug.
detect this person's? She seems friendly, but can I like
Do a read personally.
read?
Yeah.
Lord, you change after
Lord, you change after.
3 ones.
3 ones. You definitely don't sense any outright hostility, but despite how friendly she seems, there does appear to be a pretty undeniable, like, wall. So, like, you know, this is someone you're not sort of sure of. So she sort of just kind of goes to the inn and says, hi, hello, and the innkeeper's like, oh, and just makes a table for all of you. We'll say, you can see how soft now. There are no other flesh and blood creatures in here at this point, so kind of the purple thing sort of
So
scatters.
she is flesh and blood.
Yeah,
she's not like glowing or
she
whatever.
She is glowing a little bit. There's definitely something about her is like, whoa, like you're.
Is she glowing because she is a sun goddess, or is she glowing because she's a page master or master mage?
The page master. You're not really sure about that, but she definitely has an aura.
So when we get to the inn, I'll hold the door open for everyone, and I'll I assume Callie is kind of like being nervous and like the last one to go in. And so like after everyone else, and I'll just look at Callie's like, "It's not a god. Gods aren't real.
Mhm.
Not the way we
and
think."
A few months ago, I would have told you that stories aren't real either, and here we are with a bunch of them in our heads.
So what we know, what you thought knew, not real. It's just a person. I'm gonna go find out some stuff.
Hi. What's your name?
Good day. Sorry. Jim.
In your mind, Tatiana Temple says, "Tell her your name is Ma'am."
My name is Ma'am.
Tatiana goes, "All right, well that was something." Don't worry, love. You should have lots of confidence. But she just looks at you and says,
I'm Doug.
"Hello.
I'm
Hi.
Connor.
Hi.
I mean, I'm Callie. I'm Callie. Callie is my name.
Hmm.
You
Oh,
did great.
Callie.
It's not true. That's technically my nickname. It's a short name. My real name's longer. It's Callie. Callie's fine. Everyone calls me Callie.
Oh, I was gonna say, I know there is a mage called Kali who's played around in your realm. That's okay. Well, it's nice to see you, Callie. So I just wanted to kind of get a quick understanding of because you're you're from Earth, right?
Right, and where are you from?
Oh, everywhere.
Like, where did you start?
Oh, I was born from the heart of the first star.
Okay, and which plane is that?
An excellent question. I was from one of the omniplanes. So, all of them?
How much is that something that I would know, like with galactic trivia from Mrs. Got It?
Ooh, make a that's interesting actually with galactic trivia. What is her skill in galactic trivia? Is it +3?
+3, yeah.
With a +3, she would say, "Oh, whoa, omniplanes. I mean, that sort of sounds like some real like theoretical stuff about like creations of multiple universes and realities and things. So, that's crazy. Miss got it out."
I'll just think back. Thanks.
Cut it out.
Yeah, this has got it out.
Um,
And Gianni goes, cool, yeah, hey, you know what? I got an Omniplane sandwich for her. If Omniplane beats Knuckle... It doesn't. Okay. But she'll say, so I am, a lot of them call us Master Mages. It kind of changes the list of who is and who isn't one. And many of us have been to your planet before, or have been sort of venerated there in aspects of us and things. But not really for a while.
Ooh, am I one?
Are you a Master Mage? Are you worshipped by millions as a god?
I don't think so, but I've kind of always felt like there might be a groundswell behind me that I'm just not aware of.
Oh.
You have a few followers on the gram, don't you?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so this seems dangerous. So you are all, you're just people and you somehow found a way to get here?
Aren't we all just people?
No, some of us are gods. Where is... How are you here? Are you all taking a group nap?
No, we're not doing a dream circle.
And you have, she kind of starts looking, like, kind of closely into everyone's eyes. Oh, what an interesting mismatch of... Huh. Oh, so many. Wow.
Oh, that hurt more than I thought.
You're all sort of strong. Okay.
Oh, so you can just look in and see, huh?
Yes. You okay, well, so you have some very interesting sort of figures and characters in your mind. That's interesting.
You don't mind me asking, why are you concerned about us being here?
Oh, just that a place like this could kind of build up without the proper fortifications, and then Master Mages could start fighting over it, and just another pocket will sort of shatter, as this one clearly did at some point, and she sort of gestures, you know... You guys remember there were ruins on the side of this little thing at some point. Just there's, you know, these pockets of dream space can fold back in and fold back out, and with the way things move in dream time, you know, it can be.
I mean,
That's why we're...
There was a guy here before us. He said he had pledged allegiance to Zeus.
Ugh. Okay. He's fine.
And then we almost killed him, but we definitely didn't. We didn't kill him.
I'm gonna say that because that was such a big thing for all of you, you will probably specifically remember that he said he yielded this to you.
He did.
Yeah, I was getting to that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And yeah. But he yielded, so I think I mean, I don't know. I didn't read up on the jurisdictions or laws of this plane, so I'm not quite sure, but I believe we now own this area. Though again,
Well, it was
And we'll
yielded
protect
by
it.
It was yielded by Zeus, not necessarily by everyone.
Does that mean Zeus has ceded his claims, but everyone else could still theoretically place a claim?
More that I'm sure that if Zeus decided to come back here, he would. If you hear any like lightning, you might be like, uh-oh, or whatever. He's fine. I mean, it's all just... What are you trying to do? I guess that's my question.
What are you trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
This is our little space.
honestly not trying to do anything. We just put a tower, and then all this happened.
Okay. So first of all, Doug, I see you. I get it. I feel the energy. Callie, I feel yours as well. Are you going to tell me what your name is?
Yes. Frankie. There you go.
Okay. So, I'm worried for you all.
Because of my name?
No. You're playing with some larger forces.
So what are the forces we're playing with?
Well,
Break it down for us like we just showed up here and don't know anything about where we are.
Yeah, like we don't know anything.
Because we just showed up here and we don't know anything about where we are.
You have found a way to to enter the shared collective dreaming, unconscious and subconscious, of every realm that is, ever has been, or will ever be, and some that aren't.
Does anyone else want a menu?
That's what the dream
Go get a
lands are.
menu.
All right, Galadriel.
So you are basically here, and there's just powerful forces, and you
Like
might
us.
be, like you might just be attracting some of their attention.
Like you.
Yes. And I was curious, and I still think there's still a small chance that one of you is a Nanzi, and this is just the best one you've ever done.
No, I'm sorry, we're not Nazis. No, that's not.
Not Nazis.
A Nanzi.
A Nanzi. Actually, and Callie, you would know a Nanzi for sure.
I genuinely misheard you.
Oh, sorry.
I heard
Just a bunch of
Nazi.
Nazis. Sorry.
Yeah.
She's basically saying this might be one of Anansi's best pranks ever. But
No, I don't deal with spiders.
I don't think it is after I've talked to you a little bit. He's great, but he's not quite that good. Well, he might be that good.
I gotta pee.
Okay. Oh, she's
Like if they put up the cleaning rotation yet, please.
yeah, the bathroom is more built out now.
So, okay, so then is every plane, like every possible place that could exist,
And doesn't.
like everything in the 10th dimension coalesces here.
And never will.
Effectively, everything that could be thought of or couldn't be thought of, they all can exist in the dream space. And that's why gods typically exist and travel here, along it. You know, the master mages, that's the term for those who are able to have outsized impacts on many different realms. I'm Amaterasu in Amaterasu in your realm, but in other places I have other names.
Huge fan, by the way. I've read lots of your stories.
Oh, that's fun. God, it's been a while since I've checked in over there. That's cool. So the point is,
So how do you access how do you access our realm? Like, you say you want to go there, how would you do that?
through the minds of people who are even less connected than you are now. You've fully stepped through. Others merely get glimpses of aspects of this place.
And you give them messages or visions, or you inhabit them, or what?
Precisely. Messages, visions, and through them and through the belief they inspire, as more begin to peek into us in their inactive minds when they venture to this place, we can then manifest in their worlds.
Were all of you born of stars and whatnot?
Oh, of different sort of omniversal
How many
proto
of there
matter.
are you really?
Of the master mages?
Who's actually just the story and who?
Oh, my dear. She kind of looks at you, Callie, and she grabs hold of you, and the fringe of her sun hat is kind of on your thing, and she goes, everything is real. It's all real. And yet, in your world, most of it isn't. And that's as clear as I can make it.
So then, how do we step through into
I'm gonna get a drink. They don't card here in
Yeah.
case you were curious. And
In
Callie's
your
gonna-
mind, Duchess goes, okay, I've heard crazy talk before, but this lady... And it's just silence.
how do we step through into a different plane? Is that possible?
Oh, well, it is. But you need a lot of magic.
Got it.
Oh. Well, then you should be fine.
Say that as you know, we come from a world where there is no magic. If we is it possible then for us?
Oh, you're from one of those Earths. I see.
Yes, yeah. So is it possible then to learn magic here that maybe we can't access when we're back on our Earth, but then while here we're to access it and then use it to go to other places?
Oh. That can be done. Typically, it's only when there's a colossal upheaval in those other places.
So they have to break open and allow this place into there, or what?
Yes, but you need to understand that the Dreamlands, much of the Dreamlands are places that it's not all like this. There are dark places within it, as well as light ones. The ones that are light are so delightful, you will be lost there.
Yeah, we know about the dark Dreadlands and all that.
You know of the Dreadlands?
Yeah.
We've never been.
Oh. Well, you should not go. Because unlike the Dreamlands, once you're in the Dreadlands, once you're in Nightmare, you're there forever. And even when you're released, you still carry them with you, spreading them to other places.
So if someone were to go to a Dreadland and then come back to their original plane, would they corrupt their world into a Dreadland?
That sounds dark enough to be the kind of thing that would happen, yes.
Does
If it wasn't the plan before, it is now, Dan.
Do you know someone who went to a Dreadland?
No.
lots of people?
I mean, we have some of our characters that we have are from Dreadlands.
Oh,
I have one in my head right now.
that is so interesting. You have two. Doug, you have one.
Yes, I do.
Callie,
Yep.
you're clean.
Yeah, no, as intentional.
Yeah. She sort of says, "Oh. Well, yes. There are things you can learn from them, and there's power that you can gain. But I would be cautious."
You, being a god, do you have anyone in your head, or do you go into people's heads here, or
Oh, well,
how does that
how do I
work?
explain it? I don't have to bring notable people into my head. I just bring everyone. Like right now, I simply have all the power of everyone who believes in me on a far-off plane, where I've appeared to them in a certain way.
If we were to read a story about you, and summon you, then we came here and we talked with you.
What do you mean? Summon
The way-
me from a story.
The way that we have these characters, these people in our heads, is that somehow we've been able to in literature and stories that we have in our world, we've been able to summon these characters.
These are characters from stories in your world. Your world
Yes.
has stories about the Dreadlands.
Yeah. Somehow, I don't know that there's a lot.
They're not published works or anything. We can't find them anywhere else. We also can't remove them.
We can only
There's a
find them
library that they're
in a specific place in our world.
What is this place called?
Library.
You don't need to know that.
Well,
Doug, she's a god. She'll figure it out at some point on her own.
suppose I don't.
What if she hasn't yet?
Can I do a detect vibe read person as we've had this conversation and see how she's just
Do a read
said-
vibe on her about that. All right, sorry, a read person on her.
I just want to see how her take on us has changed over the course of the
Sure.
I'm gonna spend.
Is this Anansi?
No, this is Amaterasu, who is a Callie might have whispered to you.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna spend
It's a
3 power to
Japanese
re-roll,
subclass.
and I'm gonna spend an additional 2 power to get 2 or 4 power to get 2 more dice.
Cool. Burn him, why not? Just Bo burn him.
Jesus fucking Christ. Spend another 3 to re-roll.
Oof.
Oh,
No.
I have power. That's not...
Like everyone's just about this is oof.
That's better. That's 3 1s and 2 5s. I'm gonna.
3 ones. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I'm done.
With 3 ones, there are some cracks in her veneer because for the most part she's been trying to be sort of friendly.
he's a perfect face. How dare you?
You get the sense that she's probably less like worried for you. She's more just like
concerned about the implications of this.
And not even like she's not worried about anything that could happen to her. This is more like imagine that you like met like you're chatting with someone like at like a hotel bar, and they start telling you about their business plan, which is the riskiest, worst thing you've ever heard.
I want to open up a restaurant.
Yeah, and they're just like, well, I'm opening this restaurant with my brother, and like he's
based on crypto.
He's never, yeah, it's like it's we're just using it as so much crypto, so I just gave him all my money. It's like everything they're saying, and it is even stuff where she's like, okay, like it seems like it's less affecting her and more like the stuff you're describing could be like a danger to the public. And she's like, you're like, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have like dogs. It's not a dog fighting ring, but there's gonna just be a lot of dogs, and if they want to fight, it's fine. Like if you're saying, just kind of this like, so she seems to maybe be approaching you guys with that energy.
Okay.
I mean, that feels right.
That being said, this talk of other books and things from other places, she's grown more guarded at that, but she's interested, but like it's a different energy coming from her, but it's one that's kind of being so you have not you don't know what it is, but you can tell that there's like an interest in that, and she's like, so there's
okay. So I'm just gonna say, look, obviously we know very little about what's going on, and we're just trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Well, I see. Yeah. Now that I understand that you are not master mages or connected to any, I would urge you to swear allegiance to one. Such that...
You have a little pamphlet?
This place would be protected.
An informational...
And I don't want you to swear allegiance to me.
Do you have to register it officially somewhere? Is there an office we can visit?
There could be one created for that.
Wouldn't you need to get notarized or something?
If you need to conceive of it that way, for sure.
I need to conceive of it the way that it works.
I'm a notary in training. Oh, I can't do it on my own now, but I will be able to in 1 year.
Oh, well.
Right.
The point is that in that case, yes, it would work through notary. It will work however you need it to work.
Okay.
Won't that just invite more people to come and like threaten that?
It could.
Like another master mage who we don't swear allegiance to will now see it as an enemy and come here, whereas now it's just, our free space.
Yes, but
that we protect.
You have a Dream Beast racing arena out there.
We didn't tell them to put that there. They did that on their own.
Kind of read my mind.
Doug did tell them to put that there.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I was thinking next card games and dice games, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm more interested in the arts than that. Really, it's not. It's really
I
not
see.
that.
Well, if you want to build your Watchtower town into some kind of artistic and gambling mecca, that is entirely doable. But I would definitely do that under the auspices of a master mage.
Do you have is there like a primer to who's who of master mages? Can I just think of that? I'm saying this to her. I'm not thinking this.
Yeah.
Like, can I think of that real hard and summon one that we can leaf through?
Better to make an informed decision than
no.
Can't make an informed
decision.
decision.
Who it is you pray to.
What if we pledge allegiance to one and then change our mind?
Well, you might be labeled as a betrayer unless you successfully overthrow the one, in which case you would be labeled a hero.
There's a lot to take in.
What about Wayne Gretzky?
I'm not familiar with this one.
The great one.
No, he's not. He's not.
The great old one? Because those...
No.
I just think that...
Do you prefer your full...
I don't... What you do doesn't really affect me, so call me whatever you want.
Oh, that hurts so much more than I expected it to. When was the last time you were on our Earth?
Probably hundreds of years.
So you haven't seen Freaky Friday, is my guess. What have you in your time? Have you heard of a character and a person. Not that characters aren't people. I'm not saying people switch brains and bodies sometimes, or does that make sense? I can't go back. Have you heard of that?
You know, have you Freaky Friday'd yourself?
Are you talking
Or
about the
someone
professor,
you know?
Callie?
Sorry.
Talking about the professor?
Yes. Have you heard of that? Have you heard of the professor? No.
Do you know anyone named Arthur
What was
Davies?
that one song, Return of the Mac?
I have
That's
not
a good song.
heard of the professor, but
Do
you're
you know
asking...
someone named Arthur Davies?
No.
Okay.
But if you're
Or
asking
Aeneas.
if... Now, Aeneas, I know.
We do too, but not really. Is the thing.
Are you
Was
missing
actually-
Aeneas around here?
Well, Aeneas wouldn't be in this pocket, but you're saying one of you has Aeneas in your mind?
No.
No,
Or maybe.
he's in our professor's mind, but no. Okay, Aeneas is in our professor's body, and our professor's mind's in Aeneas's body. Can't switch back.
No, I just
It's
wanted
hot
to
in
talk
here.
to Aeneas because
Callie,
we had,
breathe.
like a situation.
Can't.
Do you need another beverage?
Yes. They still don't card it.
Like,
It's,
Aeneas and I just have some unfinished business because of a situation that we had.
I see. Very well. Here is what I will offer. I will make this place less accessible to the other Master Mages. And I will seek Aeneas. And in return, I would like to see this library. Now.
no.
What about-
Well, you want to hop in my head?
You can't bring strange people back to our worlds.
We haven't tried.
I will come with you to your world.
She can go to our world anyway. We believe in her. We know she exists.
But take me to this library. Did you come from this library when you
Yes.
came here? Yes. I would like to visit this library. In exchange, I will seek Aeneas, and I will... She kind of closes her eyes and begins to glow sort of brightly.
Allie throws up.
Oh, dear. Are you all right?
Just a little bit.
You hear a clamor outside. Everyone's like shouting. Like, oh, great, oh, whoa, you know, there's a lot of sort of cries of surprise.
It'd be rude to get up and I know what. Should we?
I'll go look.
Okay.
As you step outside, you're surprised that the purple ground has a sort of golden glow cast on it from above. A sun now hangs overhead.
Huh. She made the
Technically, all
sunrise.
stars are suns. This one's just. Did you make a new one, or did you just bring one closer?
Both and neither. Perhaps there was always one there. I just flicked on the light. So, I'm sorry. Let's go to your library.
After the racetrack.
Okay. Doug, are you going to go to the racetrack?
Yeah, Doug's going.
She steps out. She seems kind of bored. Doug walks over to the racetrack. As Connor and Callie and Frankie seem to be shocked, Doug just heads over to... Doug visits the racetrack. Okay. I'm going to sort of quick play this here for you, Doug. You can go in. There's a betting counter. There's a large track. You hear the thunder of Dream Beast hooves. Are you going to place a bet?
100 inspiration.
On what? Just on what? Just which?
Put it on red.
Which?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Dream Beast. How do you want to base what you?
How many numbers?
We'll say there's 8, just to keep it, you know.
Ace. Number 8.
Number 8. So, again, in this game, that means you're putting it on the dream beast that best typifies philosophy, knowledge, secrets, and consideration. All right, on 8. You're rolling on 8. Okay. I will make a roll for you then. Actually, because you have it and it's there, would you roll all 10 of those, please?
Who is this for?
This is the race, and whichever number gets the highest success is what comes through.
Doug, will you blow on him?
Yeah. Did that come through?
I felt it.
Yeah.
Well, that's upsetting. All right. Oh, that's... So the 8s did have a match, so the 8s will place. But there's 4 6s.
Ah, number 6.
So, Doug, you bet 100, you get 20 back.
All right.
Oh, wait. That doesn't feel good.
I won.
Okay.
Doug.
So you lost 80.
But I got 20.
He got so many 6s. I don't get it.
Well, had he bet 6, he would have gotten a ton.
Oh.
Yeah, he bet 8, so he gets a little bit. Actually, you got the second place finisher. You know what?
Right.
We'll give you even money on. We'll give you.
It's a push.
Yeah, we'll let you. Second place finish. The dreamling at the counter goes, "Want to let it ride? Hmm?
Yeah.
You wanna double it? Double your bet?
Doug,
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Doug.
Doug.
Huh? Double? Put it down.
No.
I won't make the signs after all. It's fine.
No, I guess I should take it.
So you take it. You don't let it
I
ride.
don't think the others want me to gamble.
Do what you want to do, Doug.
Do what
All
I
right,
do, but
double.
I'm not making the
Dan
signs
doesn't
after
care.
this.
Connor is saying, Doug, let's get the fuck out of here.
Doubles.
Okay, he doubles. Roll it again. What?
The whole thing?
Roll them all again, but let him say first. What are you betting on this time?
2.
2. Number 2. All right, roll it. If 2 is the biggest, you win big.
Okay, will you blow on it again?
You know, they didn't seem to do any good last time. I don't know.
He came in second.
I got second.
I'm really nervous to let go. It's okay. It's fine.
You came in second once again. There are 3 4s and 2 2s.
Ah, see, I'm so good at this, guys.
Is that?
You're not winning. You're not losing. You're just as if you never.
But
even
we're
played.
having fun, so
Yeah.
you win.
You gain enjoyment. Great.
Very good. So, Amaterasu is like, okay, so is this what you usually do when you venture into the realm of the imagination? You just gamble like you could at any.
This is what he does.
This wasn't here when we came last time.
Oh,
We support our friends, yes.
oh, well, that is a more noble thing, unless your friends are terrible. So can I see this
Excuse me?
library?
Yeah, I guess we can go.
Great.
What are your intentions with the library?
Well, if I said I was going to conquer it and kill everyone inside, do you think you could stop me?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Stop you right now.
Probably not, but
you couldn't. My intentions are to look and see what's going on there.
will you at least tell us what your assessment is?
In a manner of speaking, I will.
Okay.
And why should we take you over any of the other?
No one else is here, Doug.
Because I've deterred the others from coming, and I will seek out Aeneas.
Hallie, in a panic, would just like step on his foot, like, you can't just say that to a guy.
None of this is real. But
Or don't you think the professor would be so excited because he's always like trying to get in on our action?
yeah, but as long as she doesn't mess up the block party.
The block party.
Let's go to the library.
Wonderful. So you walk her out of town. She's
On the way out, can I describe other casino games to one of the dream beasts? Or dream
You're just like,
dreamlings?
Dreamling, come here. I want all the rest of this stuff here next time. I love that. Okay, cool.
Basically just, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. You guys make it to the elevator. She looks at it and says, "Oh,
We didn't design how this happened. It just appeared like this.
It appeared like this. You designed the tower?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the town rose up around it?
We put
Yes,
a little bit of thought into it, but yeah.
And then... But this was... I see. Yes, let's go. This is so fun.
Do any of our head people have anything to say about this person?
A great
Or
question.
about-
Let's see. Who's in your brain?
To invite-
Elibog and La Trovadora are just... they're just working on close harmony.
They have no idea what's happening.
Elbrand, Jacket Girl is just like sighing because the old men, everyone's purple, so she can't tell who's old and who's not. Elbrand is just being really polite, and kind of like making sure like all the women in your head have a chance to talk. And Krigig is, Krigig will say, "Yeah, that's a god, all right. I can tell. There's a particular sort of, shall we say, arrogance that you find from gods. It's oddly a bit less than you find from archmages, if you take my meaning. You know, archmages are a bit insecure. Gods have a bit more security. Though against each other, they can be a right bit insecure. Also, all us lawmasters, we've sort of just been casually taking notes about this place. We've got a lot to talk to you about, you know, when we're back and such.
Should we trust this person to our?
I mean, I never trust gods, but you're not going to stop her. Not now that she's seen what this is, eh? In your mind, actually, in your mind, Rawlings will start asking. This is kind of like a directing to you, so you could just think or reply. He's like, so you were saying that one of your friends was, do you think that Medina is in a dreadland? Is that what you're...
Do you think she was my friend? Because I really do think so. I don't know if she thought so, but I really think we might have been.
I'm certain she was your friend. That's of course, yeah. Just, you know, friends sometimes are very weird to each other, and when you have sex with other people, sometimes your friends get very upset about it. I did
not have sex with Medina. I mean, I would have. No, I mean, it's a whole thing.
I understand.
You never asked me.
Believe me, I would have. Well, ever since getting back from Voluptua, or going to Voluptua, I realized I would have.
Go back to what you were saying in the beginning.
Yes, the point being, I'm just. It's fascinating that I tell us more about those of us who know about Dread. Tell us, and in fact. Oh my gosh, you know about Dread. What am I even talking about? Would you please, my friend, I want for you to roll an analyze roll yourself, but I'm going to give you the extra dice that you would get from Dread because you have two Dread-based lore masters in your mind. So what you're going to get there, oh Jesus Christ, you get to roll 9 dice, and you get to change 2 of them after the fact. Now you can't change them both to the same number, but you could change them so you could have like 2 different successes. You could also spend 2 power and roll all 10.
Oh, of this?
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to do that.
So make a big one here. I like how Kevin asked what's going on, and then in this one's brain is all the information.
But can I still have Doug blow on it?
I mean, you can, yeah.
Oh.
4, 5, 5, 5. 8, 8, 7, 6.
Okay. So if I were you, I would change your 7 and 6. I would change 1 to a 5 and 1 to a 4, so that you have 2 4th degree successes and one first degree success.
Is that good?
That's pretty good because this actually was a roll where there's multiple things you're trying to figure out. And with your analysis of Dread, Frankie, as you walk to this door, I definitely don't want to tell you how you feel, but I would say that you probably just like in terms of sensation, there's that like you're like feeling of like your stomach dropping as you're like coming to this thing as kind of their analysis, and you find that you can like go through their minds and access all this information. You begin analyzing, and really Tatiana Temple with her mastery of sort of mental stuff is really helping you sort of drive this. So it's this like very kind of unpleasant thing, and you have this deep realization when you think back to your trip to Maine and hearing about that foggy cove and looking at that motel and knowing that her room's looking at the water where the fog rolls in, and knowing that she was trying to access the dreaming world. That Medina was running from something that she never shared with any of you because it was Lauren and she has to have the most convoluted fucking backstories. But the point is, she was running from something. Something frightened her.
And I can't see it at all.
Can't see what? That she was running from?
What, the thing she was running from?
I'll you know what, I'll give it to the 8s here. We'll let you have that. You actually think it was kind of that all of this reminded her of something from her past. This isn't that expression. Something in her past, something here sort of frightened her, upset her, and caused her to say, I can't deal with this magic. Not like whatever this magic, this is bringing up too much stuff for her. She ran, but then she freaked out. And she reached out, and you worry that she was taken into Dreadlands.
Oh, you guys, I don't want to be responsible for this.
For sharing it or for having happened?
For not having responded in time.
I'm sorry.
Can I share with them what I found?
Yes, so you can...
In a very eloquent way.
Absolutely. In that case, make an explain roll.
4?
So it's 4, and you get to change 2 after the fact.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I'll change 2 into 3s.
So you can't change both to the same number.
Okay, well then I'll change 1 into 3 and 1 into
Wanted to just shut up, Philip. So yes, you. So basically, Frankie with a 3rd degree success then kind of looks at you all, and as like the elevator doors are closing, shares very eloquently her suspicion that Medina, because of what she knew, because of stuff from her past that she was running from, made a crazy decision and got into the Dreadlands. Another thing that what your other 4 would tell you, though, is that given how mundane your world was, the fact that Medina was able to cross over means something crazy must have been happening in those Dreadlands when she went.
So it was circumstantial.
It was circumstantial. It is not something they doubt you could even replicate it if you tried.
Oh, don't doubt me.
From your mundane world.
A little offensive to keep calling our world mundane. Maybe it's just really magical and no one knows yet.
From your unique world, it would be incompatible with how she got there, but there is a suspicion kind of on their part that there must have been some incredible upheaval in that world. Say if all the mists broke or something, that maybe somebody could have been pulled into it in that process.
It's like you want her to learn a lesson, but you don't want her to learn a forever lesson.
Yes,
know?
But now she is learning a forever lesson. Yeah,
Man, I thought she just went for the fries.
Oh, the fries!
They were so... Should we go back?
You get some good fries at the diner in Paradise.
Yeah. Let's go there.
But what are they made of? In any case, you guys...
Better fucking be potatoes.
Basically, Amaterasu is sort of listening to your explanation and saying, I hope you're wrong, but that is very well reasoned.
Thank you.
The doors sort of shut and open, and she is on the elevator, and you guys are here.
She just got in?
She got in, no problem. And you guys sort of step out into Hampstead Hall, and she looks around and says, oh, I see. She kind of begins to walk out, Mo steps out and goes, oh, is this another one?
This is different.
Okay.
This lady. It was a lady.
This is a god. It's a god.
Callie.
Okay.
God.
She just kind of nods and Mo says, okay, and he just kind of walks away. Professor Davies says, she's what? What's happening?
She goes by Amaterasu. I'm not.
Oh, hello.
Maybe she's not a god.
And she sort of looks at him and says, I sing of arms and a man. I sing of Aeneas. And he says, Oh dear. Oh, hello. You know me. You see me as I really am. She says, no, I just guessed because of what they told me. And then she sort of walks to the front door and looks out. Oh, interesting. She kind of puts a hand out of the door, and all of you hear this like low sort of like sound. As she sort of kind of puts a hand out and leans out, it gets a little louder, a little more. Then she sort of pulls back in. So just so you are all aware, you're not in your world right now.
Okay.
We knew that though, right?
We already
Because
kind
of the.
You did, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't know you knew that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like in some antechamber too.
Ooh, antechamber. I like that. Yes. So let me see these
Great
books.
buns.
Wednesday says, "Did someone want buns?"
Yeah, she did.
Oh, I'd love a bun. Thank you. Those are nice. So where are these books?
They're here.
Okay. If you take her back into one of sort of the chambers with the books, she'll kind of. She sort of pauses and very carefully pulls out. She pulls out like a murder by murder book. Places it back. Are there rare books? Older books. The non-circulating, and Mo says sure, and kind of takes her to like a back room. And you guys have been back here before. He like unlocks the cage back there, and she starts looking at kind of these older tomes. Yes, Callie, you can say anything at any point. She's going through. I know it's here. Will you reveal yourself to me?
Ooh,
The tome.
we're all here.
Not you, the tome. There's like a little rustle behind her, and she turns around, kind of smirks, and pulls a book that was not there before off of one of the shelves. It's a book of Japanese folk tales. She says, okay.
It wasn't there before?
It was not there before. So, I
Like
can
she
explain.
Created and added it, or she just like pulled it? All right.
Oh, excellent question. Analyze rolls. And remember, go back to your base people, because you're no longer
God.
full-headed.
All right, I guess I'll spend a couple
2 5s.
power.
2 5s.
2 7s.
Nothing.
2 5s, 2 7s. Frankie's like, where's those people in my head? Callie, you do not believe that she created the book. She seems to be talking to something and said, reveal yourself, and in response, that book appeared. But she looks at it and then just places it back and says, so books have been appearing. Books have been appearing from these other places.
So are people from other places coming here before we summon them?
I don't think exactly. I think what's happening is that somewhere in this library is the most powerful book in existence. The Tome of Tales.
Is it a comic?
It's all of the books. So yes. But also all the other ones.
Like more comic or like more other ones?
It's everything. The Tome of
Like
Tales.
a collection, okay.
The Tome of Tales, similar to the Dreamlands, the Tome of Tales contains an accounting of everything that has, hasn't, could, or could not happen.
Oh, that old shtick.
Or
Okay.
also Category 5.
Oh, do we need the Dewey
What?
Decimal
Does that
System
mean?
to get it?
Anything not covered by the other things I described, and I don't know what that is. But no, it's here, but it's manifesting as all these other books.
Is the library itself the book?
In a sense, yes. But in another truer sense, no.
You could have just said no then.
Well, there's a lot of senses. You have at least 5. I have 470.
Prove it.
She almost starts listing and then says, never mind. I will try to keep people away from your dream pocket that is connected to the Tome of Tales. And I will seek out whatever Aeneas could have been, where he could have gone, or where who was here could have gone in his place. But this is interesting.
What about our classmate who?
Oh, she's probably dead by now.
Oh,
She's
is
certainly
that gonna? Is she gonna be in one of these books now?
You should seek her out. Maybe she will be. Although, I would urge you to be careful with reading about dread.
Is there an online library that we could search terms?
This one has no online thing, but there are card catalogs with like subject. Like part of when you've been doing research, you've been going through like weird card catalogs that just appeared with various search terms in them. So you can, yeah. That's
But we can't just search Medina.
What you could do, and apologies if this has not been clear how this has been working the whole time. You could start going to like the subject card catalogs and looking for like Medina or Lake, Medina, because there have been things that you swear weren't there, and then you went another time and they like had appeared. You know, it's a real like anything can happen. It's the power of thought and belief.
Are we in a book now?
Oh, somewhere, sure.
Oh, sweet.
Well, I'm going to catch an elevator, but I'm sure I'll see you all again. Thank you for the bun. You're welcome, miss. She sort of nods to all of you and goes to the elevator. As she gets there, the wellness sprite just body checks it and goes, "Be well." And she kind of says, "Oh," and just gestures to it, and the wellness sprite begins to like glow really brightly with like beautiful sunlight energy. "Oh, wellness is real." Yes, wellness is real. Okay, and she gets on and the elevators close.
Is the professor in the library?
He is. He's just staring after her.
Do you know her?
No, You said she was a god? Which one? One of my gods or from somewhere else?
No, we know here. We know her as Amaterasu.
He would know. Oh,
I mean, we know in this. I would say like not like from his pantheon.
yeah. He would sort of like. There's a minor like but like still like that's fascinating. No, So she wasn't summoned. You found her there and she came here. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Kind of invited herself.
Believe me, that's
little rude.
That's how the gods do it.
I was on a heater on the racetrack. Made me come back. Unbelievable.
You all do have a sort of a sense that you know you have learned a lot, but it's also like, well, darn, some of it is kind of concerning. I will say, however, Callie, would you make an analyze roll for me?
Callie's kind of broken right now, because she said the Tome of Tomes was all the stories and none of the stories, and also Category 5. The Category 5 broke her.
I'm sorry for Callie.
Because there was already everything and nothing, and then now there's something else.
It's everything, nothing, and anything else. Yeah.
And then Category 5. Yeah, that was
Plus,
too much.
Category 5.
It was the dot over Jeremy Bear Me. That was her dot. Is 2 4s and 2 8s. Did analyze, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 2 4s, 2 8s.
Which would you like to use for your analyze?
I don't know what I'm rolling.
I'm sorry. This is you analyzing all the information you just
Philosophy.
received. Philosophy then. Okay, so the hidden. Yeah. I will say that as broken as Callie is by category 5, you do have a feeling that as scary as all that is these master mages, all these weird connections, all this stuff, the place that you built with all your conjured place and your friends, that's like its own thing. So you can always just put up signs there all day. You know, this purple place stuff.
Oh.
That isn't really affected by this. That's the idea.
So, did she just claim our purple place for herself?
She did not.
She basically put like a protection on it without us having to.
She's keeping it safe for us until we're ready to.
Till we figure our shit out.
Choose to go with someone. It's not what we know, at least.
Yeah. That's. She's discouraging other people from coming around here because she wanted to see this library. She's also a god, so who knows if she'll keep her word. But she's a sun god, so those are usually pretty, you know. So as you all deal with this stuff with Doug, the knowledge that you didn't lose, but you didn't win at the tracks. Frankie.
Doug won.
Doug won it big. Connor with your sort of like kind of frustration with the just how frustrating it is to be a god. Callie broken. Frankie, how would you categorize yourself right now?
Yes.
Okay. With Frankie just kind of uncertain, but at least knowing that she will be a notary within a year's time. That is where we'll end tonight's session.
You can stick with it.
I can stick with it.
And then she can stamp with it too. With that, we will end tonight's session as you guys consider your next moves. And before we go, I don't know, like any thoughts on what your next moves are? Any major things people want to look into, or everyone's broken and sad?
I'm not broken and sad. Thoughts are research what they fucking called the wizard what the gods call themselves, the
Master mages?
Yeah, research master mages.
Okay, so
I like that you went to wizards first.
when you've done that, you guys have tried that before and gotten no results, almost as if those are not in the stories that are here.
But now we do have a book of Japanese folktales that appeared.
That is actually true. You can look through the book of Japanese folktales. Son of a bitch. Yes, you do have that. That is true.
I
guess I did say that.
Nothing that I want to do is something that can be done this week. So
Understood.
Did the professor? I can't remember if he told us this or not. But did Aeneas and the professor have much interaction before they switched?
Only like one conversation where he was reading the book and Aeneas like appeared here.
But they didn't ask each other questions.
They probably did a little bit. Do you want to research more into that? Okay. Callie?
I was gonna say into the gods as well.
Into gods.
Because now we have the fucking book.
Okay, cool. Well then I will do something related to that. In addition, I guess that we don't necessarily even have to take off from this game, but like we should do a spring break week, right?
Ooh, spring break. Yeah.
So maybe this is the last week before. So maybe next week will be spring break. We'll still play, unless anyone wants to skip because they're on spring break, which is fine. But all the activity will just be about your spring break activities.
I was gonna say that
Party
Doug
time?
seems like someone that would actually go and do something for spring break as opposed to
Yep.
like stick around and do this.
Then next week's game will be weird. Because some of you may like Doug, like if Doug's leaving town for all of spring break and doesn't hang around Monday night, you'll still be here. We'll just check in with you in like Cancun or wherever.
Oh no, but I like
All
I
right.
like a breakfast club situation where we all are like stuck together on a Saturday.
We can look into that. Okay, cool. So spring break begins next week at Oakshire, though some of you may stick around to work in a breakfast club style scenario.
Spring break in the purple place.
But leading up to spring break, spring break, leading up to spring break, you guys will do some research into sort of the gods and some of these things. Wonderful.
Wait, so
What about
like Monday is when spring break begins, or
Monday is when spring break begins.
okay, great.
Friday?
So this coming Monday, I'll check with that what that means for stuff, but we will still play, and then the subsequent week will be the activity will just be spring break party time, which really cracks me up. All right, cool. All right, everybody. Thank you. Yeah.
Can we research Medina now?
Now that you think it's a possibility, you may research Medina. Yeah, and people with meta knowledge could research Medina. They could research Sophie Pellicule. They could research Felix und Friedrich Ducat. They could research Joe the librarian. They could research Professor Charles. Could research any of those people. So, with that, thank you all for playing. This has been super fun. If you like what we do here, please follow us, subscribe if you're able. We have other games tomorrow. We have Gray in the Dark, where they're going on one wild ride with the Hopping Country Squire. On Friday, we have Blood from a Stone, which has nothing to do with what's happening in this game at all. Blood from a Stone is going to be interesting this week because, well, we'll see how it goes. And then on Sunday, we're back with Star Wars. Gotta be Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. Star Wars all day. A week from tonight. Spring break party time. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Dan, do you want to plug your...
Well, first I'd like to say thank you to Galanori and Saber for resubscribing. This is now their 10th month, so we appreciate that. Keep the good times rolling. Unlike Doug at the racetracks, you do win something tonight, and that's our thanks. Yeah.
Doug was a winner.
Guys,
questionable.
Tonight you all break even with our thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been streaming some fucking Golden Sun, some fucking Magic the Gathering. Again, I don't wear sleeves there, and I don't eat English muffins anyway, except raw and uncut, baby.
And on that deeply upsetting.
That was the
by the
worst
way,
thing
by the way,
ever said.
by the way, last
Friday, pretty horrendous stuff.
Last Friday, Dark Wednesday. She didn't cook buns for them. She just cooked plain muffins with nothing on top of them, untoasted.
No.
Dark Wednesday's great. All right. Well, thank you all so much. This has been awesome. Until next time. Class dismissed.